Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there. Hello, everybody. It's your boy Matty-Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in to another live stream today in reference to the Rant Report, which is a multiple choice of options in reference to different TV shows, hot topics, this, that, and the other award shows too that we'll be talking about today. It is the White Lotus. It's YellowJackets Season 3, both on Season 3 actually. The Challenge Rival All-Stars, the Oscars, and hot topics today. So I hope you're having a good one on this good Thursday. I appreciate you so much for tuning in and being here today. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. I don't see a lot up in here just yet, so we're going to give people a little bit of time. Joel, it's nice to have you here. You'll be here, hopefully you're still here. Stream the studio version of Anxiety by Doji. No, I actually heard it was pretty good. Hey, Carl, what's going on? And Michaela, hey, y'all, had a death in my immediate family, and I'm really having a hard time. Wish I could stay here with y'all. Too much due for the service and traveling. Love you so much. I'm so sorry to hear that, Michaela. Sending prayers to you, my love. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hoping and wishing you the best. Janny, how you doing, baby? And Felicia, it's nice to see you here in the chat. Yeah, like lots to talk about today. And again, hopefully, Michaela, you feel a little bit better. I know this is a really hard time for you right now. But I'm supposed to be here to make y'all feel better, or at least provide some entertainment. So I'm going to try my best to do that today, or at least this weekend, with the shows that we will be covering and so forth with this channel. I don't know why I said so forth. It felt right, but yeah, that's kind of what happened. 10 points for anybody that knows where we are with the background here. I did get a little crazy and start posting a bunch of different ones. So I'll have each and every day. So it'll be like, where am I in the cartoon universe? But extra points for anybody that gets it. It should be easy, especially since I reference the show all the time. Now, before we get this started, we're going to do some updates to what is going to happen with the channel. I am going to say apologies immediately if you hear any background noise. My upstairs neighbor is being a right now, and it's been loud. They've been playing music since like this morning. I have had not one lick of peace today, and I've been trying to just woo-saw it away. But like when I say it's like what is it? Because it's still early. The IDGAF that's happening upstairs, it's a lot, and so I am flicking all my middle fingers up there right now because they've been just nasty and rude. But we're going to try to get through this live today, and hopefully there won't be too much noise that's happening right now, and we can still have a really good time. If you can't hear it, I'll be happy, but when I tell you I have been hearing it, and it won't stop, and it's just really sad and annoying, and I haven't had a moment just to go this morning, so it is what it is. Now, so I've been talking about members only. I said it was going to happen in February. I did not do it in February because I had a lot going on, and that is, again, one of the normal stories that is for my channel, but I'm not going to apologize for that because that's kind of like the mystery of where my life has really gone into, things either being a lot or not so much, or whatever the case may be. This is probably why my dating pool has been nil to none, whatever, right? But March, we are definitely getting it done. I have one more task that I'm needing to do that I have major anxiety over right now. Two, actually, but one in particular I have not a really good hold of, and the other one I do. It is about my passport. I'm not in trouble or anything. I just don't know what to do. And sometimes when I am in situations where I feel like I need assistance and no one is really being helpful, I kind of go into freak out mode. And with me just having sold the car, a lot of the things everyone's telling me to do is, well, you got to go here, you got to go here. And I'm like, okay, so thank you for that. But that I need a little extra on top of that. Like, can you take me to this place to go get this done? Can we get that done right now? Because I need to get it done ASAP. And I also found out that I don't have a sitter for the cats like I normally do. So for me, I've gone into extreme panic mode over that because I need to make sure that there is somebody here to watch my kids. At least change their food and their litter boxes while I am gone, at least once in the day that I can trust. And so I don't trust any sort of service to do that, to be honest with you. So I'm trying to figure that out right now as far as people who are still going to be in town at the time and everything else too, because I got a hard no and it's an understandable no. But once the tone that it was, I was like, okay, let me never, we're not mentioning that again. So I get it. But for me, it's just been one of those like, all right, everybody, buckle up. I'm trying not to burst out into tears, like, I can't get all this done because I wish it was just so much more simpler. But I do get anxiety over these kind of things. And it is one of those weighting system, like it's so much weight on my it feels like, the world is on top of me. But I'm trying to get through it. We're going to figure out a way that we have no choice to, because I've already put pretty much the majority of the money on this trip. And I only have like one more payment to go, and that's the last for the Airbnb. And then it's a wrap. I just pay for the plane ticket. So like, I need this vacation. So we are hoping for the best. But yes, I need to figure out the cat situation. And of course, I just need to go ahead and get this butt somewhere, something to do with the passport. I feel like I have no help for that. And it's freaking me out. Like, I'm like, do people not want me to go? I don't know, because they know I can't just do it from here. I've already tried that. So it's a little lot. And I figure, let me just shut up and just throw myself out there. If I waste money, I waste money. But that was the point. I was trying to make sure I do the right thing so it's not a waste of my time and money and all that kind of shit, because I don't have time or money to waste like that. So, God, I can't stand this woman. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. It just, okay, woosah. It's been nothing but constant noise all day, not stopped. Okay, so outside of that, really everything is all good over here. There's a lot to look forward to with TV, of course, but with movies and I'm on the hunt for a new place because in October it'll be the last of my lease here, and I did finally get my gym key like I've been looking for. So I'm very happy that I can finally get my workouts in and not just have to work out from home, and yeah, all that's good stuff. So I know no one maybe wants to hear about me. I'll shut up and we'll go ahead and get to the shows itself and get to the main point of it all. But that's what we'll go ahead and do. So if you did want to find me on my social media places and spaces, it's in the about section of this YouTube channel, as well as my reaction to the shows I talk about. Now, I did do a reaction to White Lotus, and I'm getting it uploaded today. So it will be posted on Patreon very soon. My apologies for not having it up recently. Again, it's just been a little bit of a day. Y'all know I'm very sound sensitive, and it's just not been fun not having like it being just constantly this, and then the anxiety I currently have right now. So I've been like just smiling through, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm too old for this. Like, right? That's what they're gonna say. At least the people that judge me. That every right to. Let's see here. If you did want to catch me on Patreon, yes, it's as low as $1 a month. I do have a PO box if you want to send anything. I haven't had anybody send anything to it, so I'm not sure if I still want to keep it open because it kind of just paused on that stop mark, and I was like, well, what are we doing this for? So I don't know. It just depends because we're trying to save money here. We got to move soon. But the PO box is still open. Definitely send something. Also, bookable on Cameo. I recently did a Cameo. That was a awesome Cameo. I'm sending so much love to this person. I can't wait for them to get it. They're celebrating something special. And then also merch available at directlymerch.com. So yeah. And let me go ahead and I have to disassociate while I talk to y'all today because I am having a moment. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content's not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. And all opinions expressed by Matty-Rants and program participants are so their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human on the planet. And no hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program. So please don't be rude, grab relations, and strap in because I'm a little bit of a talker. You may be here for a while. Don't post any spoilers in the chat. And if you feel uncomfortable with reviewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a great old poo. And if you wanted to drop a tippy poo in my jar, please and thank you. It's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Thank you so much again for being here, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with the show. All righty. We're going to make this, I will not take up too much of your time today, so my apologies. Let's push on through. It is the White Lotus. I hope you're watching the show. If you're not, I highly recommend it. If it's not anything that you wanted to talk about today, I apologize. I think it's a great show, and some people like it, but if I'm on the wrong track here, I am, by all means, in my comment section, let me know. Matt, we don't give a fuck about this. Stop talking about this dumb show. Talk about something that we want to talk about, because it's about you and making sure that y'all are entertained and happy. So continuing on with the White Lotus, what I do find interesting about this season is the buildup and the tension that's currently taking place. It's definitely a lot of nefarious things going on, if you will, or I guess people whose colors are showing. It's almost like everyone is sort of in this cocoon where we think there's something else about them, but it's really not it. You know what I mean? Like, especially this guy, like, he's so focused on the lady who owns the hotel. And I'm thinking to myself, does he want to like hold her hostage and do something with blackmail and get some money out of her? Is that where he gets his funds from? He talks about his dad having died and like how he was never the same after that. And he like wants to get like, I guess, a piece of it too. It's really weird. And then she's sort of oblivious to everything that's going on. And when I was watching the after show about this, I think that's where they want her character to just be. I thought she was more of a Harley Quinn to his Joker sort of situation, is what I thought this was where this was going. But she's a little bit more oblivious. She seems to be getting hurt in these situations around him. I think he had something to do with the gift shop being robbed. And I think if he didn't have something to do with it, the other guy had something to do with it. And I think that he knows it and they know it, or something is off. And so she's not seeing the problem. And he's always telling her, why me, why me, why me? And it really feels like because he knows he's about to get this girl hurt. And he almost got her killed in this episode with the Cobra bit, which I thought was really strange, where he took a hit of some ganja and then all of a sudden he wanted to like release some snakes or some shit. And it was just really weird. But yeah, I can't wait for them to open up that story a little bit more. Now, Belinda, I am concerned for, because I thought to myself, please don't let this lady like go back and recognize who this man is who was with Real Bad's character. God, I can't get her name down for some reason right now. It's like I Jennifer Coolidge with her character in the previous two seasons, if you remember what happened to her in season 2. Now, what was interesting is that the girlfriend of her ex told a different story about what happened to her in that situation, where she said that she basically took, offed herself or whatever. And it's like, but that didn't happen. That's not what really went down. And when she came up to the man and said, hey, you look familiar, and then she even mentions a different name, brings up the ex, all of that, it's like, oh my God, like that man was clocked and cooked. Okay. And so she steps away from that scene or whatnot, but it's really sitting with her because, mind you, one of the reasons that Belinda got fucked over in the first season of White Lotus was because of that man, because Jennifer Coolidge's character fell in love with him after the whole, my mom passed away and I'm just trying to get my stuff back and my life together. And she meets this man who ends up basically using her in Italy, and that's, again, it's a lot to it. So I think we're going to uncover that a little bit more. I would really hope that Belinda gets justice for her for Jennifer Coolidge's character. am nervous that based off of the writer and how I feel they're going to do this, because they're they're kind of evil to me, just based on what they did to Jennifer Coolidge's character in the last season, because I thought that was bullshit. I don't want her to have a miserable ending like that. I really hope they don't do some BS like that to Natasha's character, because we love her. We love Belinda. It's not funny to like build up so much behind the character and then like drop them so hard. Cause I did feel he did that with Jennifer's character. It was like, you didn't have to take her out like that. Like, y'all could have played that differently. She could have actually gone on to this season, if you will, and have been one of those characters that continued on. We could have something happen with that man. I don't know how they want to write this, but it is what it is. I still think it would be really cool if Jennifer was alive. She popped up somewhere. I think that would be really fucking awesome. But I'm concerned. I do want this to turn into something. I also don't want him to get hurt in the process, but he is definitely liking him some Belinda. Now, on to the rich white family, because that's what I'm going to call them, because that's what they are, because that's what the casting, I'm sure, director basically asked. You're which rich, affluent white family that's got a lot of money, and all their kids are from privilege, and they can do whatever they want, and they should be all this, that, the other. It's great, grand, all that kind of good stuff. Now, I'm going to start with Piper and go up. Piper should be protected. God bless her. I understand that she's one of those people that's like, I'm aware of what's going on in the world and all that kind of stuff, but she's also just a tad bit out of touch, if I'm going to be real with you, because it's like, well, yeah, but you are somebody who is also like benefiting from all of this at the same time too. And you do recognize and realize that if something went really down the way it's actually going to happen, you may not be able to go on this scholarship. You may not even be able to do anything because your family's name is going to be like tainted, but she don't know that. So I'll continue. The one son, I don't know. I'm gonna call him the tall, the lean one, the lean tall one, the lean cuisine. Okay. He's in the middle child who doesn't know what he wants and doesn't know how to like express himself. That's interesting because he had to go to the posture course. And it's like, okay, wouldn't it wild when the man kind of broke him down a little bit based off of his like position, like how he was leaning forward and how his legs were crossed and in a feminine position of protection, and how his arms are folded. He's always defensive and he's not like actually open. Everything's very shut, but he's more of a people pleaser. And it was like, ooh, he clocked you. He clocked you. And to me, I don't think he received it, or maybe he was afraid that all of that he's trying to hold back was just outed right then and there. And now he's going to try to push into his brother or be more like him, who I cannot stand. The Arnold Schwarzenegger child whose eyes are Maria Shriver apart, I cannot stand his character at all. I'm glad it doesn't feel as gross as it did initially, because I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going. However, he is going to get involved with the girlfriend of Jennifer Coolidge's ex, who y'all know got the setup and got her money and all that other mess. And now he's over here in Thailand dating, prostitutes and all that kind of stuff. He's got all that good stuff, right? So it's interesting. He's trying to mess with her because obviously the girl don't want to be with the old man. The old man just got some money. So that's why she wants to work with him, right? That's why she wants to be with him. Oh, he got some money. He gonna take care of me. But she sees somebody that she want to fuck around with for just a good time. And he is very much, I am the elite. I am looked upon as a Greek goddess. Everybody like worship me. And he feels that he should be, all should be his. Very much a child of privilege. All of that. It's wild to watch this take place with the dynamics of the family and how like really bratty these people are. I do think that the mom, while she may be like on some medication and all that kind of good stuff, she's a little dipped out and all that jazz, I think something with the mom though, I don't know what it is. I want to say she's not as out of whatever it is she is. I mean, she's out of it, but there's something about her getting that dream at the beginning of the episode where it feels like she knows something's about to happen and she doesn't want to hold on to it. And this trip is helping her see that necessarily, but it's like she's just gonna walk in her like full aloofness and obliviousness because it's just like that feels good to her, but she kind of knows something's rocking. But the dad, I got to give it to him this episode. Man, the acting from the father. I was like, okay. That man was going like, first of all, the FBI have raided your office. Everybody's been calling you. You're low key like gonzo. Okay. You haven't been able to answer the phone because you're supposed to be on a retreat somewhere where there are no phones because it's healing in that process. So you already look like a dick for answering your phone. Your daughter's being fucking a bitch to you about it. And your son wants you to look like the man that you've been portraying yourself to be. And everything is falling apart. And as all of this is falling apart, your wife continues to remind you of the life that you're living and the privilege that you have. And so many people are so unfortunate. And it all may be gone. And he ain't telling them nothing. Oh, okay. So this is the part that's gagging me about his character. And I kind of like where it's going. Because I was like, he's about to be one of these like on it the whole season sort of bit until he just blows up. And I do think that's gonna happen. But basically, because the lawyer is like, you can't talk to anybody. We're trying to do all of this. You're just gonna have to be quiet. And the son, who is also in the business, and I didn't realize that. I think I just sort of skipped listening to it because I sort of don't listen to the fucking sloth from Ice Age who went to the gym's character. I just be zoning out on him. It's interesting how with the father and the son working together, the son was getting phone calls because they couldn't reach the dad anymore. And it's from somebody who he's not supposed to talk to that would have clearly just spilled everything and sort of like put the whole family in the do we go home? Do we not go home? What's going on? Because I think personally, if they got on the flight now and went right back to the United States, the FBI and the police would be waiting for him at the airport. I was like, oh shit, it's kind of like real bad for you. Like you're in on it. And of course, he lets them take their phones after being so against it because they're not that family and I need my phone and I need to handle my business. Now he's like, no, we can't have this because we have to relax. And of course, Jackson doesn't want to listen to this because alpha male, blah, blah, no, I need my phone. I'm working on this client list. I'm about to be like you, dad, all that kind of stuff, like showing he's the man. Mind you, the father now has so much on his plate because his son is putting this much pressure on him, as well as the daughter who needs him to do well so that way she can afford to go to this fucking school and this program and get all this other stuff. You got this one child who don't know what they want to do. Oh, baby, get into it. I was like, oh, this is kind of fucked up. And I kind of live. So now he's taking the wife's medicine, her antidepressants and all that shit to make him go to sleep and just very much zone him out from what the reality is. And he's definitely getting addicted. Talking about it's not addictive, even though she pops him every other 5 fucking minutes. Boom, he's now on them. Ooh, imagine what happens when they eat too much. Or if, for example, they go through the entire supply that she brought that would have been perfect for her for this trip, but now he's taking them too, and then she can't get her pills and then he can't get any more. Oh, the crash out's gonna be nasty. So I would watch that group. They're definitely about to have an implosion in that family. Baby. As much as I want to talk about the guard and his whole relationship, you know, and trying to sort of show that he's going to be like a provider and he can be a man, and that's all great and dandy and shit, but like he's getting sort of like a little, pushback from the other bodyguards from like the main host of the hotel. We have to talk about the friend group. This to me is the best part of the show. Their dynamic is so juicy and it's so relatable. It's beyond relatable. It's very realistic and it's a little on the nose sometimes, but then it's like right where it needs to be. They keep on trying to push the single one to get sleep with this man, which I completely understand. Pop, pop, do what you got to do. But she's very much against it. I don't know if she already feels like there's going to be some bullshit with them, or maybe they've done this to her before, but I can see the I'm not quite sure I really want to go there, while the other friend from Hollywood is really up for it. But this bitch, I knew her day was coming. I knew her day was coming. First of all, I clocked the MAGA card immediately. No shade. Second of all, this conversation at the dinner table when it came to like belief, and then she starts talking about church and the way they like pushed or sort of went into like politics. And she's like, well, I'm an independent, but my husband's a Republican. It was the face that Carrie Coon's character made. She was like, oh, an independent husband Republican. I was like, this is a lot. And so they're trying to finish dinner while not probing anymore because it's already like, wow, okay, so as a woman, that was the decision that you made, and you've moved to Texas and this, that, and the other. Mind you, I live in Houston, so I get this conservative bullshit conversation that's happening. Like this really girl compared to somebody say in LA or someone in New York, which are very much, democratic states, if you will, cities, LA, New York City, you get where I'm going. I mean, Houston is technically democratic as well, but Texas as a state is red. This was wild, and I loved it, and I enjoyed the tension. I did. This was fun. I'm sorry, this is gross because she hears them the next night or that night talking about it. Okay, and like she would make those just sit like, yeah, like she woke up to that happening. And here's the thing: all three have seen them talk about the other one. In the beginning, when she went upstairs and she looked over the window and she can see them still talking and starts crying. And then you have the actress when she was just in her room minding herself and thinking, and then she says, let me just start to listen a little bit. She can hear them start talking about her. And then you get on over here to now her waking up in the middle of the night, hearing voices and realizing, oh, it's them, and they are talking about her, and none of them approach them whenever it happens. It's always a back out. It's sort of thing where it's building and building and it's building up. I want to see the group's explosion. I need to be fed. And that is the beauty of the White Lotus right now. It is building up something nasty. And I need to know where it's going to go, because clearly Belinda's in trouble, possibly. We don't want that to happen, but it might be. We've got the friend group here. They've all talked about each other now, and they all know they've talked about each other. So how are we going to continue forward? Are we still going to be fake? What's going to go on? The family doesn't know the dad is pretty much going to jail, and possibly their entire legacy and everything that they have is going to be gone, ruined, and forever change their life. And somebody's going to have to eat some humble pie, I'll tell you that much. Then you've got this weird couple, one who is completely oblivious to everything going on, while her man, the soulmate that she says, is having these really fucked up, like, sort of experiences of nostalgia and wanting to, I guess, pay back for his dad that he lost, or like get for them. I don't know. We haven't gotten to this little bit yet, but he wants something to do with the host of the hotel. And I think it has to do with blackmail. And I think that even the bodyguards that are guarding her right now may have something to do with it. And I think that the guy who currently lives there, that was with Jennifer Coolidge's character, is also somewhat involved in this, because they're going to be on a yacht tomorrow that he got with that lady's money, mind you. Okay. And then Belinda see him, she gonna clock in that we saw. The girls are gonna go on some trip and meet some guys. So it's like, mind you, Miss Mama is married, supposed to be a conservative, so she cheats. The other girls not. It's a lot, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens on Sunday. So the White Lotus is on Max. It's on Sundays. I love, 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 love. I love the show. I love the show. It's great. The next one we're getting into is YellowJackets. I was 2 episodes behind. Not gonna lie, this season's a little hit and miss for me right now. I'm enjoying portions of it, and then sometimes I'm like, okay, this is going somewhere. Like I don't know if I don't like. How do I describe this? It's like some of the present day stuff I'm not interested in. And the past stuff is really where my focus is at for me. And then other times I'm like, okay, now what's going on in the current? But then it'll take me back out of it again. And I'm like, okay, what it is. The past stuff on the majority level is what I'm enjoying the most. Like seeing, I guess, whatever they went through, this process, the full like bit of, that's where my mind is at. As far as the show and me enjoying it so far. So I'm gonna give you episode 3 and give you episode 4 in my current opinion when it comes to it. I may miss some things or whatever, but I am paraphrasing just because, again, as I watch it, I'm doing this. Like I'm like, oh my God, what happened? And then it'll like, okay. And then I'm back again. And then it's like, wow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate you so much for being here. If you want to drop a tippy poo in my jar for both hosts and with the most in today, please and thank you. It's PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Just as a reminder, I will be back here tomorrow at 4 Central, 5 p.m. Eastern to talk about the Traitors, and then Saturday for RuPaul's Drag Race season 17, and of course Sunday for the panel. My anxiety has settled a tad bit. As you can see, I can look at you now versus looking away while I'm trying to gather my breath. So for those of you who have known me for a little while, thank you so much for sticking around, because I was having a little bit of a panic attack when I started this video. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, we're gonna struggle through the beginning of it. Say something that's kind of negative. Had to get it out. You had to say it for now, and now you can get on with the show. Yeah, I'm afraid I had to do that. Man, oh my goodness. Like, what a wild week, I gotta tell you. It's been one. The power went out over here for like 3 hours for no reason, because the power went out for another unit over in my apartment complex. And so they started working on it, right? And then that ended up knocking the power out for the entire complex itself. And then they had to keep working on it. And when I tell you, it was at the most inopportune time. I was in the shower. In the shower. In the shower. Shampoo in my hair. I was livid, if you will. Didn't know where the flashlight was. Phone wasn't anywhere near me. Cats freaking out because whenever the power goes out, I don't know what sound they hear, but they don't that all that shit. They ain't with it. They ain't with it. Then some guy on a dating app sort of hits me up and isn't on some bullshit at first, y'all. Get on the phone with him. Seems to be an excellent conversation until he says, a lot of these Black gay men are so toxic, it just makes me want to only date white men. To then be followed by, people can go to therapy, but like there are some things that just are never going to change about those people. And like that should be something that people look out for. So when he started like not really communicating with me this week, I put a lot of shit together and was like, you know what? I think I'm all right. I think I'm okay. As intelligent as you are and how you told me many times, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take that as me dodging a bullet right there. Because maybe whatever they're judging about me is me now realizing, oh, this is gonna be a lot of that. So never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. And that kind of just set me up for, what is this week? That was me. What is this week? What's going on here? I can't get this passport. I can't go get this done. This motherfucker. I had to get on my knees and go, God, let's talk. Hey, I know me, the gay one. I know. And I felt like I got a lot off of my chest, but if I feel the water is definitely not the right temperature, Maddie is not going to swim. Do you understand me? And I'm going to be all right. No matter how good you look, I'm going to be okay. Oh my, what? Also, we going there. No, I can still go. If the passport, the time for it to process, I would still be within the time. I just need to get it like this week or next week. I need to start now before it turns into a, I hope it arrives on time versus it'll get here definitely ahead of time. So that's my issue with the passport. And there's nothing wrong with me getting it. It's I just am having anxiety about filling everything out. And I needed somebody to kind of be there with me because I'm having a little bit of a about the situation. And my sister's like, man, calm down. I'm like, I know, but I just, you know how I am when I want something really bad, I overthink everything about it. Like it's that's kind of what's happening right now. And I just wish I had a printer at home. I'm like, do I order a printer? Do I buy one? Do I need to print it out myself? Do I go somewhere and get it done? Like, and I've been told 7 different things to do, and it's not helping. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So yeah, I just need to get it done like now. But I've already paid for the majority of the trip. I only have like one more payment left, and it's on the Airbnb. But I've already paid for my flight, and I've already paid for the first 2 payments of the like trip itself. So I'm going, bitches. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm going. All right. So if I have to expedite, bitch, I will. But no, let's get to YellowJackets. So I don't like the adult characters right now. I don't like them. I'm not a fan. I don't like how they treat Misty. I hope I'm getting that correct with Christina Ricci's character. I know that she's an odd one, and in reality, she is yet to come forward about her being the entire reason that they were stuck out there in the first place, because that is a reality. She is the reason why they are stuck out there in the first place, because she wanted them all to get along, I guess, or whatever. Okay, I forget what it was, but that shit was crazy because she thought she was a hero with these people. So she is a nutso, no shade. But I don't like how it kind of went down. She was sort of blamed for what happened to Shauna's like car. Also, Shauna as an adult is insufferable. I cannot stand Shauna as an adult. Cannot stand her character at all. Everything. Everything is miserable. Everything is misery and woes and whoop and wop and all that kind of stuff. Tasia, I can't get into it. I can't do it. I don't care about her renowned new lesbian. I can't do it. The lesbian love interest back again, and it's her with Okay, so what you're telling me is that this entity that I have yet to see, and I really wish there was a physical form for it, because right now it just feels like a whole bunch of shit in the woods and them praying to some demon, but we don't know what it is just yet. And it's kind of like, what? So in the adult world, you got these two, the lesbian bandits out here making sacrifices on behalf of to basically keep it pleased, because they thought they got away from it, but they haven't. And that's something that they realize. But it's now coming back after, okay, so many, all right, got it, cool. Let's stay in the adult world. Shauna thinks someone's messing with her, but she thinks it's Misty, but it's not Misty, but she thinks it's Misty, but it's not Misty, but she thinks it's Misty. And so she keeps on running back and forth between what's happening here. And her husband says it's karma because of what happened in the previous season. But in reality, it's like, somebody is messing with you. What haven't you figured out? Because Shauna had a lesbian interest when she was also back in the past, because some weirdo blonde girl also liked her and all that kind of shit. Like, what the fuck? She hasn't clocked in yet. She's gonna clock in, I guess. I don't know. Don't care. She got a cat. Boom. Then we get to who hold on now. What's Miss Girl's name? The one from the psycho ward that had us at her retreat last season. Then she went to like again some sort of rehab, and now she's back out again. She dies at the end of episode 4. Like, she's trying to make good with Shauna and shit, but she gave her daughter the same necklace that was supposed to be a part of the cult. Lottie, thank you, Lottie. I knew Shauna, Lottie. The names sound like farm animal noises, so I had to get them together. Excuse me, Lottie, Shawnee. It was all that. My bad. My apologies. Word, mouth, cheeseburger. Watermelon water. Lottie dies at the end of the episode because I was like, who is that? And I kept squinting. I'm like, bitch, that's Lottie. Why is Lottie dead? What the fuck is happening here? What? And it was the same way that Javi looked like when he died, with candles around him and all that kind of shit. It looked like it was some sort of food. So I was like, huh? Like, so Lottie was trying to make good with everybody again, or she already knew she was going to sacrifice herself? Was she trying to do something to be nice about everything? I was very, very confused. Was she trying to pass whatever that thing is from her onto Shauna's daughter? Because she's like, don't you see it? It's in her. Like, I was really confused with all of that. I'm hoping for some sort of explanation of any sorts when it comes to that. To be very honest with you, I haven't even looked at any deep dives yet on YouTube. I have been stuck in a world of Pokemon Leaf Green. When I get really anxious, I get into video games like happy. And when my anxiety has taken over my life, y'all don't know. My therapy is very much like zone out on something, and like working out in video games has been this week. But also I also have been eating like crazy because I was trying to gain weight. I had lost way too much weight, and I'm back in the 160s again, thank God. But your boy was like at 155 on Sunday, and I was like, oh no. I had to start like eating a lot. I mean, I was already eating, but I was eating light. I was like, nah, we have to start eating heavy again. Like, fuck all that. Like, baby, we gotta get into 160 for nothing long. But no, this show takes me either in and out and not the burger. And I don't even like In-N-Out burger. I mean, In-N-Out burger's all right. It's not what a burger, but I don't like what happened in episode 4 with the coach, because I don't. Okay, hold on. Help me understand this again, because I felt like I missed some things in season 2, or maybe I forgot about it. I'm thinking I forgot about it. I don't remember him setting fire to the cabin. Did he set fire to the cabin? I don't remember him setting fire to the cabin. And I'm trying to really pull this in. I don't try, like, something about this is sitting wrong. I'm not, because I was watching it and I'm going, wait, Matt, do I need to go watch the end of the season again? Did I forget what happened here? Because I could have swore he didn't, and they were just on some wild goose chase because they hadn't eaten in forever and they were all delirious or whatnot, and they were already suspicious of him in the first place, and he's the only one that wasn't trying to be a cannibal. So like, I don't know. I believe I'm off the track with that version as Van, and the adult timeline made a joke about it. Itasia other version as Van. Maybe possibly. I don't know. To me, I'm like, what's going? He gets caught, I guess, after he had a nice little cave. He had all that bear mason shit, and I'm thinking to myself, he just left all that there. It wasn't all used. Like, he could have offered this or done something. I don't know, but they putting him on, not they, but them putting him on trial. They put him on trial. Yeah, Felicia. That's why I was like, I don't remember it being him. Remember it being him. So I don't know. Misty having to defend the man, and then also like accusing everybody else in this moment. Then they bring up that tea that, of course, Natalie had been known about the coach being there. And so like, you were just trying to protect him and all that kind of stuff. And they want their revenge on him. So I'm like, you're going to kill this man? Like, let me get this straight. So the eye for eye moment here, while you're out in the woods, and I guess you've become the new governors, juries, and executioners of life out here, because the rest of the world has no idea where you are, and you have now become this. You're going to take him out. His argument was actually wonderful, and I thought it was beautiful speech, and I was moved myself by it. But like, once again, Shauna being the biatch she is, are you fucking kidding me? Like, wasn't supposed to say anything while the votes were happening, wasn't supposed to give any sort of speech because it was supposed to be all be done that way. But she still gets her way, and she then forces everybody to, I guess, change their vote and then make sure that he's basically taken out. So he was found guilty. But I don't know, y'all. I did like this scene between these three, because apparently, I guess the Woods or whatever entity has chosen them as the healer, I don't know, as the mother and the protector or some sort of shit. And they all had different visions. And then they all ended up in the same dream. And it's like, huh, that's interesting. Wonder. I would like them to actually give me a little clarity on what the entity is a little bit more than what I'm getting so far. There is too much inner stuff happening between the group dynamics that has nothing to do with their time in the woods, for me personally, or is so, I guess, separated by so many things it's not connected enough for me. And then you show this shit out here with all the screaming and crap, and I'm still not understanding how it's applying. Like, I get that it's applying to their current world now, but it's not the way I wish it was presented. I wish there was something a little bit more clear happening right now, because it's a little too, well, maybe it's the wind and maybe it's an actual thing. I don't know. So for me, this has been an interesting season so far. I do watch it, but I wasn't mad that my neighbor's music was too loud today while I was watching it, if you will. I also am going to be very shady and say, while I was watching the episode, I was playing Pokemon Leaf Green, and I was in the game center that's in the slot machines, and I figured out the gimmick behind it to get the sevens, and I would gag. Come on, wait, let me watch one video on YouTube. And so I was doing that while I was watching the YellowJackets, because again, I'm like, it really had me just zoning out at points. Like, okay, Matthew, like not even a Bleezy could save the show for me. But then there were times I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Oh, it's a roller coaster ride. I will say that for YellowJackets. It's on Showtime. I do have a Paramount Plus affiliate link that if you were to click and get a free week of Paramount Plus, Showtime is included in that. It's a part of the links because Showtime's with the Paramount Plus bundle. So if you did want to watch the show that I'm talking about, by all means, click on that link and get you a free. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, become part of this Rant Pack family. And of course, if you want to drop a tippy poo, please and thank you. PayPal.me for /MattyRants, Cash App $, Matt924, and Venmo Matty-Rants. The Challenge All-Stars Rivals, I'm going to just sum the fuck up right now. Boring. There was some shit that happened recently that I was like, okay, a little something going on, a little light 1-2, a little wop, a little woo, a little bit of something. A little bit of something happened here, and they did the change of power recently. They did a change of power when it came to stuff. You know, you had Frank and Sam end up putting in Leroy and Devin versus Adam and Steve, and then Adam and Steve took them out. So it's like, oh, Leroy once again doesn't win a challenge. That's really fucked up, and I'm hating it. I'm really hating that. But yeah. What I am enjoying is that you got people who were considered not going to do shit starting to do shit. And I like that Veronica and Katie are playing old school style, and they're literally creating bullshit drama and lies, and they're actually making sure they're not speaking or saying anything. So it really keeps the ball rolling. And because Frank and Sam are in on it, it helps with that additional cost of they can continue the chaos running around, because they're not going to tell them everything. And it's like, you can keep them leading forward and fuck up the whole entire game. So that is where I'm finding it entertaining. I did not find it entertaining that Corey and Big T went home this week. I thought that was kind of like, what a weird, like, I guess that was for Adam and Steve to get his lick back. I recognize that Adam is very against, yeah, I saw the stuff online and all that kind of shit. And apparently a lot was shown on camera. So fuck Adam. So I'm gonna be very honest with you. I also know Corey be stirring shit sometimes, girl. And I'd just be like, come on, Core. And then Big T, I'll be real with you. I do not take you seriously as a competitor. I just think you're there to smile and be giggly and fun, but I don't think you actually seriously want to win this competition by any means necessary. Never have and never will. Oh, like girl, Corey and Adam got into it online, like really like into it. I love how the camera's shaking. I haven't. Hold on now. Why are you doing? Hold on. I have to pull it back. It's too close to the edge. I'm shaking it. They got into it. Like, they got into it. But what I'm learning as Nerdigans does tag me in a lot of this stuff, and I had to block Adam because I was literally on some fuck him shit after that. I was just like, girl, I already see the gaslighting and all that kind of crap. People already don't like Corey. It's really easy to dogpile on him, and Corey and Adam knows that. Political affiliations aside, shit I don't agree with. I just wasn't here for the bull. And so to me, seeing Corey and Big T go out like that was crazy, but I'm also going to be honest. I don't think that Corey and Big T needed to be on an all-star season to begin with. I don't think anybody from Are You the One, 12 Days of whatever fucking show only got one season. I don't think anybody who has been on a show that's not Real World or Road Rules needs to be on these all-stars shows, to be very frank. You got people in their goddamn 50s and late 40s up in here competing against people in their late 20s. No. And there's nothing to do with age. Like, oh, Matt, I'm being very honest. Like, Katie is literally a walking pack of cigarettes with just 2 left. Do you hear me? She still got the one that's turned upside down because she lost somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Veronica over here looks like she squeaks when she walks. No, we're not doing that. Like, give me a break. And it's not fair to me. It's not fair. It isn't. And I think it's wild to see a lot of them. Now we got the Big Brother people over here. They're like, well, they've been in the challenge for so many seasons, Matt. Yeah, they deserve to come back for different shows, different kinds of. I just don't like the fact that this is turned into not the Real World versus Road Rules anymore. It is very much an amalgamation of like every sort of thing under the Paramount umbrella as far as reality TV is concerned. People competing that want to be athletic, except for Anissa because she doesn't want to be athletic. Yeah. So it's messy now. Thank you, Frank, and it's Veronica and Katie. Thank you. But there is no joy left for me this season. There's no joy. I'm not like excited for stuff. I can't stand listening to Melissa or her partner, the firefighter whose face is so fucking long. What's her name? The perpetual. What's her name? The one that talks like her jaw is about to like unhinge itself and she'll eat someone. It's Melissa, and the one with the ponytail looks like they like meatball subs. What is their name? What's that girl? The aggressive lesbian. There we go. Nicole. No. I assume Cthulhu is going to be resurrected if they ever talked in unison over each other ever again. Like, they cannot be in the same room at the same time. There will be something that opens the earth up and a demon shall rise. Like, how are we not seeing that? Maybe that's the point, and this is what Hollywood's trying to do, is put on these people whose voices like literally could pull out dogs from the dead, from the pet cemetery, Stephen King style, and like cause terror on a town, if you will. Like, what the fuck is happening? I want Davon and I think it was the boy's name, Sean, to win, and that's it. I think I'm left at that. I don't like Adam. Steve is there by, poor Steve is next to him. I don't want anybody else to win. Nani and Turbo? Oh God, no. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh my God. Oh, Dario and I don't know her name. No. I just know it's not good. The season is not good. If you're enjoying it, make some noise. Woo. I'm watching it as a viewer because again, I always keep up. And I'm just like, yo, boring, 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 boring. And then something fun happens, like Veronica and Katie start doing something. And it's like, yeah. Okay. Whew, here we go. So the Oscars were a disappointment for me. All right, that's the end of the show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you for being. And low key could just wrap it right there, right? Like no shade. Like, hey everybody, so let's talk about the Oscars. The Oscars were a disappointment for me. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share. All right, Emilia Perez shouldn't have won a goddamn thing. Nothing. For it to have won a song for best song no. I'm gonna be real with you. I saw Nora. I did not like it. Not compared to the substance. No. I like Honora was a good movie. It wasn't my favorite movie ever. I get the appeal behind said film, but not a sweep. Nope. It did not take me where it needed to go, like the substance did. And I know how the Academy Awards normally treats horror movies. So for the substance to even win for best makeup, I was very happy for. However, no. You know, it's okay. You can love it. I'm not taking it away. Just don't come for me and say I should be loving something that I did not care for, that I don't find the appeal of Mickey Madison. Not for me. Didn't care for her in Scream either. That's tea. Didn't care for them either in Scream. I wanted Demi Moore to have that goddamn Oscar so bad, and I don't know if she's ever going to get it again. And that scares me. Mickey Madison gives me, her career is on the up and up. She gonna get this again. She gonna be here again. Demi had been shut out. The industry. Very much try to give her the full dues of what it was supposed to. Nope. My G.I. Jane, my striptease, my had to deal with Ashton Kutcher's ass, Demi Moore? No. 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 Jamie Lee Curtis got her little dues over here for Everything Everywhere All at Once. You could have gave it to Demi motherfucking Moore for the substance. I'm sorry. Zoe Saldana getting the Best Supporting Actress win. Yes. I saw the movie, everybody. I need you to understand. I'm not just mad because the internet's yelling. I saw the film. I saw it. I saw the movie. It's not good. It's not good. I will stand by that. Honey, I will fight for that. Baby, we will get on top of the hill for it. We will January 6th for that. I'm sorry, bitch. Hell no, that movie wasn't good. It was really fucking bad. And anybody that says different, I am going to look at odd. I'm sorry. I tried to be like, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to look at you funny. That they didn't even make the movie for the people of Mexico. Really eat that up. Really go there. Go there. Have that conversation. A movie based in about that's not even for that wasn't even supposed to showcase that or give positive light to that at all. Didn't even the movie had to be made from AI on top of it in multiple occasions, singing voice wise. Again, you gave an Oscar for a song, and the movie is known for it's not that song. It doesn't even matter because it's touched it. There's nothing original about that. That to every person who's ever won an Oscar, ever, and it was an original film, like original. Oh, I would feel some kind of way. I feel some kind of way. She didn't deserve it. Especially after they asked her that question. Oh, Miss Girl, when they got you in that red carpet and you had the nerve to say that what you said. I said, I know the lady that did not just do fucking blackface as Nina Simone up here now feeling her I'm a black woman for the first time ever because the narrative suits me today. Did not, this isn't from Mexico. And it's so much more than. So you're one of those girls. You're one of those. Okay, so if it applies to me and it's working for me, then that's what I'm going to be today. Good to know. And there's a lot of people in Hollywood, and we know a lot of them that do that same shit. Like see how Amber Rose, big foreheaded bitch, fuck face ass. Amber Rose went on the Shannon Sharp show and did what she like. How are you going over back to black culture when you ran over to the full right girl and told us to go fuck ourselves? Are you for real? And you're on Shannon Sharp show, which I'm side-eyeing Shannon, but I already know where he stands in his political decision making. I'd still sleep with him, but like, that should be blowing my mind when I'm like, the hypocrisy is wild with people, and the full-on, well, you going where the dollar is. And I get we got to feed ourselves, but you're not gonna make no money off of me, bitch. I'm sorry, that shit's wild to me. That's just wild to me. I can't. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Let's see here. I wanted to talk about some of the other awards that happened. Anora did do very well at the Oscars. Let's see here for Best Editing, Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay. I don't agree with all of that. The Substance won for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Let's see here. The movie Flow, which is on, it's on is it on Max? I think it's on Max. It's either on Max or on Peacock. I can't remember. It's either on Max or Peacock. It's either one of them because I keep seeing it on my list of movies to watch. And I have it actually listed as a movie to watch. It's called Flow. And I was kind of gagged that it didn't it didn't go to Inside Out 2, but I heard Flow was a good movie. There's no dialogue in it, but I'm like, okay, I'm very interested because I watched WALL-E and I lived and breathed for it. Adrian Brody wins his second Oscar, and this time for The Brutalist, and he had the longest Oscar speech apparently in Oscar history. I'm so happy that I didn't have to witness that because, like, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm sorry. Wicked did go away with some Oscars, and that is amazing. Shout out to Wicked. I'm Still Here winning for Best International Film, International Feature Film. Thank God. Shout out to Paul Tazewell, who won for Wicked for Best Costume Design, and they are the first Black men to win in that category. So congratulations to him. Kieran Culkin winning for Best Supporting Role, A Real Pain, a movie I have not seen. I don't know if I will. It does not look interesting for me, not gonna lie. Dune did take away for Best Sound. Like, it seemed like some of the awards were like spread out. But to me, I just felt the one I was looking for was Best Actress. That broke my heart, and I just didn't want nothing to do with it afterwards. And it to see Emilia Perez take anything just really just made me want to vomit. It really did. Made me want to vomit. It was good news though. Diane Warren once again did not win an Oscar this year after 16 nominations. And why am I excited about that? Well, she had a lot to say about Beyonce and her mini writers. And with your one, you ain't winning shit at the Oscars, so fuck you. And that's on that because you're a bitch and I don't like you. I'm holding that. I hold my space with that. That bitch I just said, I hold that space for you, Diane. I hold the warrant. It's a warrant out for your arrest, Diane. And it says, ha ha. When you do win one, I will then say you have 1 out of 17. And you'll say, I have none. And I will be like, yeah, because I'm not an actor. And neither are you. You're here for music. Anywho, Crash, thank you so much for the super chat. Because she was telling that to somebody because somebody was like, you don't got it. And she's like, well, you haven't even been there. And I'm like, I haven't done anything to be there. And that's all right. I'm talking about you. I was talking about you. Crash, thank you for the first super chat of the day. Love you. My only highlight was Ray Margaret Qualley giving you. Plus, Dune was robbed. Yeah, Ray was singing her ass off. Shout out to Doja Cat and all of them. I thought that was interesting. I honestly was not. Once I saw how the awards were going and it was a lot of Honora, I was like, oh no. No. Well, Malad, finally, I haven't seen one person mention the Dickon Boss. Okay. Yes. That is exactly the thank you. Ding, ding, ding. 10 points for you today. I've been waiting for someone to get that. Yes, we are currently in the world of South Park, and this is around the most current seasons right now. And yes, Eric Hartman has used Butters' money from the job that he was working, that he got a job at, to then make Butters do all the work for him, to then take his house and turn it into a restaurant. Because remind yourself, Eric Hartman did not have nowhere to go. Do you understand me? Hold on. Where I need to make. Can I make this smaller? Hold on, baby. Hey, can I make this smaller? Wait a minute. Make it smaller. Smaller. There we go. I need y'all to understand. The South Park lore is so wild to me to think about the fact that the reason that Cartman and his mom had to go live in a hot dog house is because Cartman's mom was trying to get a job because the economy changed. And so she, as a single mother, was trying to make sure her family was okay. And she became a real estate agent. But that was going to take time away from Eric being treated like the prince that he feels he should be. Eric then goes and gets a competing job in the real estate market as an 8-year-old boy and starts competing and then trying to upsell the properties at millions of dollars, which would then wreck the entire market because Eric has no concept of how the market works with housing. to which what happens is, because he would not stop, the mom finally gave up. They end up losing their house and they have to go live in this hot dog. Eric can't stand living in the hot dog. So please clock in, okay? Eric can't stand living in the hot dog. Oh my God. Okay, I'm trying to remember how this went down. Because I'm trying to remember if it was the fact that he had the job with Butters, because Butters had a job at an ice cream shop. And then Eric was like, you're getting money. I should get money too. And so Eric goes to the ice cream job, but he doesn't want to work at the job. He makes Butters do it because Eric is still lazy. He just wants to get paid for being there, which is crazy. Like, it's like, what? So Butters ends up having to take up his workload, which Eric takes advantage of, to which Eric then takes further advantage of and is like, we should just open our own restaurant and just do it this kind of way, which is where the Dick and Balls comes from, because that's the name that they made up because they wanted people to say it so it would sound funny, because it sounds like Dick and Balls, but it's Dick and Balls. So Eric, okay, so no, please stay with me because this is funny. This episode was actually hilarious. Eric is then now trying to hire people to work at said place, but he's so lazy that he doesn't want to do it. And even the people that want to work there are like, well, we need time off because of our mental health. Well, I need time off for my mental health too. Well, actually, I just don't want to do this, but we need people to do this. But yeah, we'll just make Butters do it, which Butters ends up doing it. Butters worked for himself, by himself, even after Eric took advantage of him. And all Eric really wanted to do was not make this place a restaurant he could make money off of. He wanted his house to be somewhere it was better to live at. So why not have a playground built and a mini golf course and an ice cream, like, get into that. So Eric's whole mission is not to turn Butters' money into a profit for a business. He just wanted his house to be better. And once he got it this way, I don't want a restaurant anymore. Bye. Like, that was the episode. He literally I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna live. It's our house, so we're just gonna live here. All right, everybody's gotta go. Bye. Has everything he wants. So what Butters does, and it's a gag. Butters gets a hold of Eric Cartman's mom, and the mom is in on the bullshit. I thought this was everything. Butters and the mom get in on it, go to the bank where where the first loan is had based off of Butters' money being through where he works or whatever, right? Pays it back, I guess, sells the business because he's actually the owner of Dick and Boss, which is the house that would have been Eric Cartman's mother under her name, right? So then she sells it to them. The money that they get for selling the business, she takes to buy the house back that Eric fucked them over on. Okay. So she gets her way with getting the house back, and she doesn't have to work because she has the money back from the investment that was put in. Butters doesn't have to deal with this anymore. He sold the business off, made his profit back, got Eric out of his hair. And then Eric is left with not having everything that he wants after taking advantage of both his mom and Butters. And the episode ends with Eric being like, "That's not fair. This is not fair. Bitch, you literally used Butter and you took his money. You fucked your mom over and made it so that she couldn't work because you wanted her only to take care of you." And so basically they said, "Okay, we got you, Eric. Clack in, because you don't know what you're doing. We know what we're doing." This is Butters we're talking about, and his mom. Oh, that shit was amazing. It's a great episode. I can't think of the season, but it's one of the newer seasons. Sorry. That was my little South Park tip. Back to the Academy Awards. Yeah, I didn't like it. Okay, so into other things. Tim, thank you so much for the super chat. Can we get a little preview of Traitors for tonight? Thoughts reunion is tonight too. So wait, are they is the reunion also posting tonight, or is it going to be the final episode and then the reunion is next week? I'm confused with that because I'm praying, because I told you my neighbors have been playing music like all fucking day, that I be able to record this tonight, because if not, then I'm gonna have to wait until like tomorrow, I guess. Are you fucking serious? The way I'm like having to double check because I'm like hot. Do not tell me that's real. I am going to be fucking evil. Well, I honestly wanted to take a moment to step away, to be very real with you, which is why I'm pissed off right now. I'm going to be honest, because that means I'm going to be up all night and I'm already a little behind on sleep. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to do this without me being burnt out and annoyed tonight. So let me get my thoughts together, because Tim, that was not good news. That made me mad. As a content creator, that absolutely sucks, because I thought I had another week of work with the show. And now I don't. It's all wrapping up and this will be the last week of I'm like, oh, so y'all just throwing this out. So what I'm more than likely gonna do is I'm just gonna wait to do my reunion thoughts. Yep. And I'll just do the reunion thoughts next week, because I had this wrapped for 2 weeks of work left over. Oh no. I'm making it 2 weeks of work. Y'all can wait. Oh, no. If you're on my Patreon, you get those initial thoughts immediately. But now I'm doing my two. I haven't heard anything about NDA rumors. I'm going to be honest with you. All the talk around Danielle online can suck it. Yeah. I deactivated my Facebook this week because partially around the Danielle talk and the fact that I was getting so many ads for politics and shit. Nope. I personally have no idea. I have no clue. And I kind of want her to win. just because people are been so mad. To be very frank now, like very, very real. Like I read some shit. I almost deleted my Twitter this week. Y'all were, this week, I'm telling you, my anxiety was really pushing me to the limit because I just did not want to see shit that was so fucking negative every 5 seconds about the most trivial shit. When for me, currently, I'm watching my country make horrible decisions. And so television stuff isn't hitting me to the point where it's like emotionally affecting me to be like angry at stuff right now. Like I'll be like, I disagree. I don't like that. But I have what I feel like bigger fish to fry right now and more concerning things to be pressed with. So about this show, when it comes to Danielle, I don't think that she should be getting any of the flack that she's been gotten. I have dragged her wig and that rough ass freestyle braids with the mud, and deservingly so, because they looked a fool. But like a lot of the rhetoric around like it's not fair and this is all bullshit, she's doing this stuff to be personal, I think is wild. I think it's wild. And I think it's a lot of projection. And you may say no, and I'm here for the no, but I'm also like, I challenge your no with a chop and a yes. It's a lot of projection. Like, why are we taking things personally on behalf of somebody else on television? Well, because something they said affected me. Yeah, what does that say about you? Like, we can have commentary around the show, but like, I'm reading things that people are personally taking from this season that have nothing to do with them. Nada. So, like, no. I don't know what's going on with no NDA. I saw what Danielle looked like for the reunion, and she looked good. Most of them look good. The ones that didn't look good, I knew they weren't going to look good. But like Bob chewed in their reunion look. I thought that was fabulous. I want Danielle to win just to spite everybody. I do. If Danielle and Brittany win it, I'd be gagged. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that Brittany got the memo. It would be shocking to see her do that, for her to have said Ivor and then Ivor is eliminated, because I know Danielle had the majority of the money based off of what I was counting from the previous episode. So if that's the case, then she'd be the seer, and then she could do the work that she can do to then get the faithfuls out, and then her and Brittany can win this together. I think that would be a gag if her and Brittany won the show together, especially after what happened on Reindeer Games. Would be amazing to see go down. It'd be like, what? That would be fucking amazing. And it's after all the criticism from the audience, after all, even the criticism from those who were competitors, oh, that'd be fucking amazing. I'd feel more satisfaction in that happening. I'll be real with you. Than the faithfuls winning. The only faithful I want to see win is Gabby. That's the only one I want to see win. Yeah, Gabby would be a great. I'd love to see Gabby win. So if Gabby does win, possibly tonight, I'd be happy for that too. As long as Ivor doesn't win, I'll be okay. Dylan can win because he worked for it. I would respect it because Dylan did work for it, even in his emotional state of, you're my friend. You know, he did work for it much more than some of the others. But yeah. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Oh my God. Oh, I just saw the trailer. And not Danielle. I can't trust you. And then Bob, are you capable of not talking while I'm talking? Oh my God. So that is tonight. Jesus Christ. Wait, hold on. Did they kind of give away that they lost? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Ooh wee. Okay. Shout out to Dolce. She looks amazing in Scott out in Paris right now, getting all the love that she deserves. I want Dan to win too. I really do want Danielle to win, just to piss folks off. Okay, so I know y'all know that I've been on my like Pokemon shit lately, especially with like the older games and the ROM hacks and the emulators. And I was playing Heart Gold, but I got really, really bored towards the Elite Four and just stopped playing because I was just like, this, I'm not interested anymore. And so I was like, but I still want to play Pokemon and I don't want to play the newer games. So I downloaded Leaf Green. Holy shit. Because you're talking to someone who was my original game was blue. Leaf Green? I don't remember playing it. And I'm like, it's so weird. Some games, okay, so I never did play Heart Gold for sure in Soul Silver, and I did not play Black and White. Didn't play that. Now I finished White, and that was fun. It was a good game. And then Heart Gold, like as I got bored with it only because it was basically just a revamped Gold with like some extra shit. So I was like, okay, whatever. I guess Johto isn't my favorite. I mean, it may be, but I've been playing Leaf Green lately. Oh my god, I've been having a blast because it's basically the old games, like the first game, like Brock, Misty, Sabrina, and all of them, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm having a ball. I forgot how the guide for the game, honestly, is kind of messed up a tad bit. It's like really, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's like it doesn't tell you the right order to go directly to everything because there is a bunch of shit that you keep missing, but you have to go back and forth with. So I've had to look at so many guides lately just to get through the game, and a lot of them are off and some are on. So that's been a little troublesome, but I am quite pleased with playing it, and it's fun to just see it in its little 8-bit form and all that jazz. So it's fun playing on those. I've been having a ball. Um, would you review Squid Games The Challenge 2 though? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I did actually watch that, Danny. I actually finished the season. I just didn't tell anybody because I thought everybody also agreed it wasn't good. Sorry, it wasn't. I know. I'm sorry. The guy coming back into the game for me, I hated that. That's my first quip. That was an issue, and then everything sort of was the same to me, like it was with the first one, except there was a couple of differences and like dynamics, group, all that energy, and then I did not like how it ended. Hated how that ended with my boy being taken out like that, and the other guy once again, you're gonna have to stay in here. It's like, are you talking about season 3 or are you talking about part 2 of season 2? Because season 2 came out already. That was what we just watched, and it was like the first half of it. And then they're like, it's gonna be continuing. And so I don't know whatever else is gonna happen for the rest of it, but we shall see. I currently did not like whatever the first part of that was. I was like, this is boring as fuck. And then when we get back in the game, everyone listen to me. Everyone listen to me. Listen. Oh, the reality competition show. Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch the first one. I didn't like how they sort of played some of the people. Danny, you gonna be on the show? Is that why? Is that your hint? Wink, wink. I don't know if I want to see what happened. Like they painted that one girl as a villain. I didn't care for it. She would, her being black, they made it a bigger deal. I don't know if I can sit through that. We shall see. Depends on, I guess, I don't know if they've showed the trailer for it or not, or whatever the case may be, but I will probably see. Oh, you're going to be on it. Okay. I guess I'll watch it. Oh, no. I don't know. We'll see. I just didn't find it interesting the first season, so we'll see if I'm into it for the second season. TV lately has not been feeding me the way I wanted to, and I could definitely tell based on my channels. Uh, live reactions and responses from people, even on my Patreon. I'm like, okay, people are getting a little sick of me. So I'm trying to keep it up. It's like, ooh, like I get it because it's just a lot going on in the world right now. What I did watch? Sadamoto Days is really, really good. I'm excited for the episode tonight. Not really, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not excited for tonight's episode only because if one person wins, they're just going to be nasty. And if another person wins, they're still going to be nasty. I'm just going to be honest. I don't see a positive out of this. I want Danielle to win just to make people, just to piss them off. I just want, like, I just want Danielle to win. Like, I really do. Like, I swear to God. That will just take me out if that lady wins. I will pass out. For those of you who watch my reaction, that's what I will do. And someone asked earlier about my White Lotus reaction. It's going to be posted after this video. It just took me a little while to get it edited today to get ready to post. So I will be having it posted right after this video once I'm done. But yeah. Yeah. I am ready. I am ready for a trip for sure. I need a break. Y'all don't know. Oh, I gotta make a doctor's appointment coming up. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about this passport because I don't even know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go. Anything like that. Oh, that's a Grookey. Yeah. So this is the popcorn bowl from the Ghostbusters movie, and Bleeker got this for me, and I got to pay Bleeker for it. And then I just put Grookey inside of Schleimer because it just felt appropriate. It just felt appropriate. I kind of would love some popcorn right now. I'm looking forward to this A24 movie that looks like it's a cult movie. It looks really interesting with AO. It looks really dope. I'm looking forward to there was something I saw recently where I was like, oh, that's gonna be it, baby. Hold on a second here. Oh, wait a minute. Don't pop. Hold on. Oh. Sorry. I was about to pop this up. I feel like I have some movies. The names, if I that's what I'm looking for here. This is so bad. I feel like I'm letting y'all down. I'm so sorry. I have them. I don't know the names of the movies. I've seen some. Yes, Opus is one for sure. I am looking forward to. I'm kind of on the A24 neon film train right now. Like, I'm very much enjoying a lot of the indies. The indie film makers, or at least the ones that are like more low budget. I still am trying to see Nosferatu. I haven't had enough time. It's such a long movie, and I'm waiting for it to be quiet around here for once. I saw a trailer for something else I really liked when I went to go see The Monkey. What was the name of that movie? And was it a scary movie? Let me pull up my Flickstar because sometimes I like look up the film whenever I see a trailer. I'm like, huh. Whatever that trailer was for at the end of The Monkey, I definitely need to see that. Whenever that is coming out, I must see that because that trailer had me freaked out. I was like, what the hell is this? Here we go, coming soon. The Minecraft movie, I'm gonna wait. The Snow White one, I'll wait as well. I do want to see The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. I do want to see that. I have heard very good things about it. So, yes, I would love to see that. Death of a Unicorn. I want to see that one. The trailer was wild. I really do want to go see that one too. Let's see here. Okay, I talked about Opus. Okay, let's see here. Just trying to find some posters for ones I know that I've seen trailers for where I was like, huh, what is that? No. I think that might be it for right now. Of course, the next Wicked movie, because isn't that coming out this year? Like it also Christmas time or something like that? I think so. Hmm. Yeah, those are the ones I could find right now that I can think of that I'm like, yes, I am excited for those films, but I feel like there's some more. I know I don't know if it's this year or next year, but there's a Jordan Peele movie that's on the way, and I'm ready. I've been missing some Jordan Peele in my life. I do love his movies. I'm a big fan of his work. But yeah, The Day the Earth Stood Still, the Looney Tunes movie, and Death of a Unicorn are the two ones I see coming up soon that I'm very interested in seeing. Very interested. But yeah. Um, Hot topics. Oh, Slaycation. I don't know if anybody is interested in that show, Slaycation with World of Wonder, but as you know, your favorite queens get together and they go to some sort of like cabin and they ski and they do games and prizes and we get to learn a lot about them, I guess. But they have another cast for season 2 and they announced it today. I didn't even think, no shade, that there was going to be a season 2. I didn't. I didn't think so. I was like, oh, good for them. Good for them. Good. So Alyssa Edwards, Miss Fierce Delicious, Nikki Doll, Silky Nutmeg Ganache, Tessa Testicle, and Xana will be in that house. Alyssa Edwards, Miss Fierce Delicious, Nikki Doll, Silky Nutmeg Ganache, Tessa Testicle, and Xana. Uh, 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 There are some I'm excited to hear, and there are others, girl, their voices, they're gonna clash so bad. Oh, my nerves are gonna be gone. My nerves are gonna be gone, bitch. Gone. That's gonna be interesting. Maybe I will tune in. I might just because that sounds like a lot. It do. Oh my goodness. But I just need to know, is it gonna be just some random 30-minute, like, oh, we're in the house, we're playing a game, we're gonna go have an activity, we're gonna say something produced and shady. Like I needed to be a little bit more than like what this last season was given, because I kind of was like, okay, this isn't for me, no shade. But yeah, we shall see when it comes to that. But I think it's cool they got a second season, and I'm here for our queens getting more time on camera to show you who they are or what they want you to see. That. That. How come it feels so good to be you? I did listen to the Anxiety, the full visualizer. It's a great song. I'm really happy that Doechii released the full song too, because it was y'all use TikTok. I deleted TikTok, but that song was going viral. So I'm glad she's making use of it because honestly, she needs to ride that train. Like for real, for real. Dev DeVoe. I mean, would y'all even be interested if I reviewed the Housewives? Because Atlanta starts Sunday. I am watching Atlanta for sure, especially after that interview with the Breakfast Club that Portia did, and another interview that Shamia and one of the newer housewives did as well. I'm kind of like, oh, this season might be interesting. This might be a little interesting season because I need to know what happened with Miss Kenya and this whole firing situation. But I also know this is like C. Diggy's thing and Alex's thing. And I feel based on the community of people that are over there that really fucking hate me. Because every time I've come over there, I get dragged. That's why haven't done a video with Alex. And every time I even think about it and even mention it, I'm sort of taken back to the last time when I went in that comment section and I'm like, what is happening here? I don't want to like get like people to think that I'm like trying to like do something or whatever. So I don't know. That's kind of why I've stayed a lot of it because I watch it, but you know, some people they have favorites and people that they like, and I don't want to be like I don't want to get attacked again. And I also don't um like want to fall into that space of how that made me feel again because that shit was weird and I did not like it. That's the truth. That's why I was always happy with Drag Race. And then when others started reviewing, I was like, oh, okay. But, it's, a different take. So that's why I was like, that is definitely good. People love that, the roast. If I did it, they'd hate me. But, or they say, because every time I do videos, like I even had somebody recently do that, come on the video and be like, oh, you're just trying to sound like him. And I'm like, that's my friend, one. Two, no. Three, no. And four, like that makes me really self-conscious about how I am portraying myself because I can only be myself. And I do like to make voices and I do like to joke and I do like to make like fun of myself and others and things. So it's like that's not like a thing that's only reserved for one. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just don't want that energy again. So I will try. Dev, I will introduce the idea of doing a video, but I just will tell you now the moment it starts to get a little bit out of control, I'm dipping. Because I'd love to talk about the show, but I don't want people to think I'm coming for anybody's gig or say, oh, he's doing this now because his channel's dying or da 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 da, because that's all that's been happening. And I've been in a very good headspace lately. And I've been trying to stay there and just stay away from bullshit and drama and negativity and noise that is not like healthy for me, like in my life. So yeah, I would totally do Atlanta. It's already on my recorded list right now. I mean, I could maybe even add that to my reactions on Patreon. I don't know. We'll see. I'll ask the question this weekend and see what everybody says. But yeah, that'd be fun if we pulled in the Housewives. Because Potomac, baby. I was so proud of Stacey. Still I rise. Woo, baby, you're stupid. Oh my God. I can't believe this man. I just don't know, Andy. I really just don't know. I thought that was my friend, but clearly he is not. Why would I pay him? Why would I pay? And it's everybody be like, girl, a goop, a gop. Okay, so Mia is a punk. Let's call it what it is. Mia was held to the fire so hard and she had no way around it. And because her personal life was actually falling apart with no sort of like plan C, D, E, F, G. That's why she had to leave that reunion, because they were holding her to the fire. And any sort of thing like a criticism about her children, which is not a criticism about her children, it's about her being a mother to her children. End it. End it, end it, end it, end it, end it. End it, baby. She's not that girl that she thinks she is. She really isn't. And she's a bad liar. And it's unfortunate because Mia is entertaining to me on the show. But let's call it what it is. Like, you play with that man. Y'all had your own agenda. You had your own issues going on, and you're not being forthright and honest about it. And that's because you've chosen not to do that. But because you've chosen not to do that, we can't believe you on any level, because while you say you're being open, you're really not. You're only allowing us so much of the story, and the much that you're giving us doesn't add up, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, what? And then, like, you being involved in anybody else's business. It's so funny that she was trying to drag Miss Karen, but it's like, but you also are on the same level of fuckery, if you will. But to Stacey, like, I like Stacey on the show. She adds something different. The TJ thing was weird. I would probably be TJ's type. I'm kidding. I'm probably too bright or not white. But like, I'm kidding, TJ. You're more than likely straight. Please forgive me, TJ. I'm not coming for you like that. But it was just so funny. Like, the whole, they FaceTime him and he's talking about oh no, man, I wasn't invited. She didn't. Yeah, she owed me. She didn't pay me. You need better tell her to pay me, dog. This, that, and the other. So let's say y'all really weren't together, but she was being thrusted upon this show, and you were talking at the time, and you did have a conversation about filming. And then maybe she mentioned some sort of compensation, like, well, if you're going to be on the show with me, like, as my bookie, you're going to get paid for being on said show with me. And maybe he wasn't a part of that sort of like dynamic of the like that's what he's alluding to, versus Stacey and him having a contract together where he's going to be on the show for so many episodes as the boyfriend and play this character for her, which is weird because she was going through a divorce already with her ex-husband, and she was trying to get basically, that handled appropriately. And she was already nervous and being concerned about dating somebody while that was happening. So to me, that all didn't add up. And I don't think she paid for the man. I think she met a sassy man who got mad that she didn't want to be with him no more after an argument that took place. And now he's driving a narrative to make her look bad to get her off the show because he's bitter. That is what I'm receiving in the situation. He may be telling the truth, but that is what I see from that, looking at all the evidence that stood on, like, the way he was talking to her, the way she was acting, even when like things weren't cool. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think they were ever like really intimate, but they were speaking. And I think there was a conversation about filming on the show. I don't know about money, but it may, yeah, to me, I don't think he's telling the truth. I don't think he's telling the full truth. I think he's telling a portion of it. He's embellishing something, and he's like making it more than what it was. But I don't know. I get it, Stacey, he's fine, but I'm also like, I don't like that happened for her. But it was very entertaining because they were on her. Wendy was on that ass. Okay. Wendy and Giselle being friends may be the reason why the world's coming to an end. But Karen with the DUIs, my God. Again, why would you go to court? That clankety clank doesn't even sit right no more. Ashley is fun for me on the show, but sometimes she do insert herself into shit she don't need to be in. And then she acts like she ain't wrong for doing so. And that, we're on a TV show, so it doesn't matter. But it's like, well, yeah, but you do the double standard apply too, girl. So I wouldn't do it today. It's a little ridiculous. I like Giselle, to be honest with you. I don't agree with Giselle a lot, but I get Giselle's purpose, and I kind of hate that people hate her so much. But I love Giselle. I don't know why. I do. She's full of shit, but I like Giselle. it's also the way she speaks, and when she's spilling tea, it's so entertaining to me. I love it. Like, yes, she is messy, but Giselle is necessary. I like her better without Robin. Yeah, Giselle is better without Robin. Robin was not adding any sort of like something to her. So I think Giselle working by herself is really just perfectly fine. I do like all the new queens on the show as well. What's my baby's name with Greg? I know his name because of how much she says it. Is it Kia? What was her name? I like her a lot, and I like that. At first, I wasn't feeling it. I was like, I don't know. It's giving me we coming in to fight on behalf of Karen, and that stopped. And I was so glad it stopped. I was like, okay, I'm getting to see her more and getting to know her as a housewife more, and I like her a lot. I want her to do well. I want things for her. Yes. And then I forget the other housewife, but she was more like a friend to the show versus like one of the main cast members with her finance husband. I like them too, but that story about the whole baby bit when they got together and her not being a side chick, it was a little off. I was like, round that up. The timeline's weird. But it is what it is. I don't know. Yeah, Married to Medicine. No, not Married to Medicine, but Potomac was good, and I will be watching Atlanta, so I may talk about it. Married to Medicine, I can't do right now. I want nothing to do with it. I am seeing a lot of master manipulation happen on that show, a lot of gaslighting and bullying from grown fucking people who are using their lab coats as like literal weapons and shields, and others who are playing into it. I think Greg is wrong. I think Sweet Tea is wrong. I think Quad is wrong. I think King is wrong. And I think Dr. Simone is wrong. I think Jackie is wrong. I think a lot of them on the show are a bunch of fucking bullshit. I'm not happy. Like it's very like, how do I describe this? Quad is antagonistic. Greg is insecure and too old to be that insecure. T is not stable, and is not intelligent with a degree or anything. She is not intelligent at all. She's very much aware of how low on the register she is as a person, and by via looks inside and out. And so she is dealing with Greg. Because ain't no way a fine bitch would sit with Greg and deal with Greg. Husband and all, whatever. But you know, you're not giving. She is not cute to me at all. She adds nothing to this program. She sounds so slow and slippery and just stupid. I cannot stand that girl. I really do not get her purpose, except for the whole she's now with Greg and the quad and all that kind of mess. That's the only reason why I'm like, you're here. And so I thought Quad would have been off the show, and then we would have gotten to know her more and go further with that. That didn't happen. And it felt like for me, Quad wasn't going to let that happen because she's like, they're just trying to throw me out this group, which I'm like, okay, I get that, Quad, but you did the same thing to Mariah. In my opinion, I'm still mad at her about that. That whole bit, I'm still mad about how they did Mariah. Mariah was one of the most entertaining people on that fucking show. And I miss her every day. Every time I watch an episode, I'm like, God damn, Mariah needs to be here. Oh, if Mariah was there, that would have helped that situation. Oh, this would have been so much better if Mariah was there. I really hate the show without her. I absolutely can't stand that Heavenly got her way with that shit. I really fucking hate it. No, I feel bad with what T is dealing with Greg, but that also lets me know that she is very much down for this ride because she has no self-worth. None. Like, you going to bat behind Greg over that fight that was happening, but it's also, I'm gonna not just go down Greg's neck here because King this I'm trying to assert my masculine, my I'm the man kind of energy to Greg was wild to me. It was a pissing contest, if you will. Quad, you were loving it. That lie bullshit ass friend. Oh no, don't make all that. No, she was watching the whole thing. I know it. Like, please hit him. Just hit him. I know it. Like, and to me, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do this show. That whole little powwow that they just had in Quad, basically, and it was without tea, mind you. It was very much to build that narrative of pick a side, choose a side, choose it now. And of course, Toya being I try to bring my cousin in here and it's not working out. So now I'm going to have to go with the group or they're going to be against me. Da, 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 da. I just didn't like how that went down. I felt that was all fuckery and foolishness. And I thought that was bullshit that T is not there to even defend herself in that situation, because the way they try to frame it around like we're healing as a group and we're doing all this, that, and the other. Okay, no. You need to talk about how you was in the car with this man saying, if you do anything, we're going to do this. Because that's what happened. And then you antagonized him the first night, and then he responded to you, and then you played victim. And then he continued to be the aggressor in the situation because he's so mad. And now he can't control himself. And now everybody's focused on him, but they're not talking about how you continue to say some dumb shit like, and when y'all have your babies, and oh, yes, we could do this all together. They're like, that's Quad being Quad. No, that was Quad being messy and antagonistic. And she knew what she was doing. And she is aware that they've been having issues having children. And she already knows she didn't want to have no children with that baby. So she was doing, come on now. I'm not doing this today. Please, I'm not doing this today. So for me, I think the whole show is shit. And I need them to do a change up quick. I'm going to be real with you. Contessa shouldn't be a friend on the show anymore. Contessa should be should be one of the doctors on the show. I don't know why she's a friend on there, and if heavily has something to do with that, or if it's just Contessa slowly reintroducing herself back into the group because of all the the stuff that happened previously from the other seasons. But I'm like, put her back in the show because I find Contessa very entertaining. I don't find Heavenly entertaining. I find Heavenly to always be, she's either going to say something funny that I'm going to find it very entertaining, like a really good joke, or she's always starting the mess and then gets mad when someone clocks her. And then she starts to talk about people's moms and gets very personal. And then she always gets to apologize, but she gets to say what she wants to say. Like, there is no accountability with that lady. So it drives me nuts. Dr. Jackie is holier than thou, and she acts like she's not, but she is. Simone also is on that same tip while she's trying not to be. She wants to be so down. Your husband is doing more work than you right now on the show as far as keeping us entertained. It's crazy. Then they're going to have to just end the show. In my personal, I don't see a reason to go on if it's going to be a semicircle of the same shit each and every season. I do like Dr. Mimi. I do like her. I do like her a lot. Keep her on the show. She's good. They're going to have to get rid of T and Greg. Quad will get back on the show. She'll get her wish. She'll be making jokes about it the entire time. Like, look, God always knows. And she's going to put God into it. And it's going to be very that. It's going to be a little gross because she'll have gotten her way. I don't even know why Greg came back in the first place. But like, they should have never been on the show. Greg should have never came back to the show. I don't even think Quad should be on there. She shouldn't even be there, to be very honest with you. She not married to medicine, my love. Oh, I mean, we're gonna do all that. Like, they're not supposed to be there. Quad really shouldn't even be there. Her and King can just have their own show. Because that man ain't no doctor. I'm sorry, she's not the victim to me of like, she's the victim of, yes, Greg's narcissism, how he was treating her, but like, girl, the little gay boy in Quad's drag, please. No. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Like, why are you there? What are my thoughts on Beverly Hills? Because I do need to wrap this up. If Jennifer Tilly doesn't come back next season, I won't be watching. If Jennifer Tilly does not come back next season as a full-time housewife, I will not be watching. That's a real rich bitch. Do you understand me? I know Sutton talk about that pocket. Jennifer Tilly? Oh, I'm not watching Chucky right now because it's not on air anymore. So this is it's filling me up. Andy, I know Mama is kooky, okay, and she's a little off the wall. She runs her mouth a mile a minute. Keep her on the show. She's what we thought Kathy Hilton was gonna be in terms of how she acts and operates. Like Kathy's aloof, but we are very aware she knows she's being like that. Jennifer is just a silly Billy, and I love it. And I love how she knows so much knowledge of stuff. Oh my God. It's wild because it's when she's explaining things and the way she explains it, and so quick, but it's like really all this information is being dropped at you at one time. And then when she's asking questions, I love how she's really engaged with the conversation. And she's like, well, really, I thought it was this. It's not? Wow. Very interesting. I don't know. I love her so much on the show. I want to like Bose so much, but she's aligned with Dorit. I am not on the Dorit train this season. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Dorit is full of shit. I'm going to be very real. I'm glad she's getting away from PK. I still think she's full of shit. I think Kyle is full of bigger shit. Okay. I like Erica Jane. I don't like it when Erica Jane plays teams. I like it when Erica's just speaking and it feels like it's coming from her. When I feel she goes onto the team sort of way of it, I'm out. But I like Erica a lot more, even though she definitely does not take a lot of accountability for the shit that happened with her ex-husband, with the money, and she still deflects from that shit. Because she said some things even this season where it was like, oh, but I'm doing and I'm like, and I do find it funny now that she's speaking on a different level than what she was before when it comes to people's wealth, especially around girls like Jennifer Tilly and Sutton and this, that, and the other, where it's like you have some things now to say, but you were just not that long ago talking that same shit and you can't anymore. You can't. I like Garcelle. I hate how much flack Garcelle gets because Garcelle is unapologetically Black. And there are a lot of microaggressions that happen on the show. And when people just don't want to acknowledge it, it's like, okay, so she's right. And basically, you can continue to say we're making it all about one thing, but that's just you deflecting in reality. There are some times I can agree with that. A lot of stuff that happens with Garcelle on the show is microaggressions, if not full-on aggressions, especially with the book, especially what happened with her son, the full bit. Like, let's be very clear. Because the first thing they wanted to do was attack her son and then go there. So, like, let's not pretend. But I like Garcelle on the show, and I like her and Sutton's relationship. Sutton is hit and miss for me. I love Sutton a lot because she reminds me of these Southern ladies that I'm aware of. I did not find it comfortable being at her mom's house in that full moment there. I thought it was cool for Sutton or whatever, but sometimes Sutton does remind me of Parker Posey on the White Lotus, and I do think sometimes that Sutton be just off. But I don't think that she has a drinking problem, and I don't think that she takes pills, which Dorit wants so badly to put on her when it's Dorit who is allegedly a co-head. So, like, they were talking about you doing stuff, lines in the bathroom thing. So, like, I find her, I'm going to be, I think Dorito deflects a lot. And I think that whatever she's going through with her husband ex-husband now is crazy. But there are a lot of things that did happen that were questionable in the past. And there are a lot of people who are pretending like we can't ask her those questions or we can't do this when we have done it before. And they're basing it off of their dislike for Sutton and Garcelle. And that's what's pissing me off. It's like, but the story didn't add up. But that was weird. And they were having money problems and they were doing all that. So wouldn't a robbery be really interesting for that to happen so they can say that those assets were stolen? Wouldn't it be interesting if that took place because they were trying to basically get the insurance money back so they can pay on bills? Because people do that. People do that, baby. And with money, insurance fraud and all that kind of stuff. So like, we're on a reality TV show. You saw what happened with Erica and her husband, and she would have kept that down to the grave. Bitch, what? And she wanted them to just coddle behind her and not hold her responsible for the bullshit when she's like, well, my husband did, but you had to be aware of some things. You couldn't be left out of the complete dark for everything. There is one point when the light is shown, and you may just choose to turn around. When you start to receive gifts and not ask questions, I'm just saying it turns into that kind of play for me. So I do like Beverly Hills this season. It is interesting, but I also am concerned with what they're going to do casting going forward. And I do wish that some folks would just not return. And it's not Garcelle and Sutton. It's Kyle Richards. I just am not interested in her anymore. It's like, I miss LVP on the show. Yeah, I miss LVP. Lisa Vanderpump. Oh God, it would have been an interesting couple of seasons with her on there. So yeah, I do miss a little LVP. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Housewives, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, everybody, because it's 6:00 right now, and I do want to start making some dinner for tonight. I need to cook tonight. I wish I had fries in the oven, but I don't. Wait, why is my bedroom door closed? Is Mamu in the bedroom? I think Crystal would have been good this season. Crystal would have been actually been a good fit for the season. So I'm kind of shocked that she wasn't on the show without Lisa Rinna's weird ass, and a couple other people would have been actually very well needed for I think that would have been something to have Crystal back on there, but I don't know. Okay, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up. Tomorrow will be Traitors Day. We will be talking about both the final episode and the reunion. I'm not going to force the reunion to be the following week. I'll do something else next Friday for the Traitors, where I probably just do like a full season review, and then we compare it to season 1 and 2 is what I'll do for the following week. So join me tomorrow, the same time, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. I'll be talking about the Traitors finale and reunion with you. Saturday, of course, for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. And I'll be going live earlier tomorrow. Yeah, I won't be going live at 4. I'll be going live, I think, at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock Central. I'll let you know. I just remembered I have to do something tomorrow. So yes, so I'll be going live about 2:30, 3 o'clock, same time for Saturday for Drag Race, and then the 4 o'clock show for the panel on Sunday. Okay. So thank you again for tuning in, everybody. I love you so very, very much, and I appreciate you for your support. For those of you who are wondering, I am currently uploading the White Lotus reaction right now to my Patreon, for those of you who are my Patreon subscribers. And of course, I'll have the Traitors one uploaded tonight or tomorrow in the morning, so be on the lookout for that. If you did want to drop a TPP in my jar, please and thank you. It's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924, and Venmo MattyRants. And I appreciate the super chats today here from Crash and Tim. Thank you so very much. I hope you two have a wonderful day, as well as everybody else in the chat. Paulina, Layler, Soulful Dog, Deb DeVoe, Eric, how you doing, friend? Felicia, Paulina. I know Joel was in here earlier. I hope Michaela, is feeling a bit better. I know they lost someone recently. Hey Jamie, how you doing, baby? Buff Barra Boy, to everybody that was watching today, Danny, and the rest of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, a really good one. Milan, everybody, I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to see who was in here. Jason, Shabar, Charlie, Sean, Matt, if you don't get everyone. Oh, Chris, let me see. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, I think that was Adiki. A couple of y'all that were up in here today. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you're watching Ashraf, oh, I know. I'll be here. I'll be back on tomorrow. So you'll catch me tomorrow. And of course, Saturday for Drag Race. Janae, I hope y'all have a good one. Drop a tip if you feel like it. Leave a comment as well about some of the shows that we talked about in the comment sections. Highs and lows, yeses and nos, what you may want to see on this channel and for me to cover. And I'm going to start posting some polls about that to make sure. So that way your voices are heard. But thanks again for tuning in. I shall see you tomorrow for the next one. Until then, take care and God.
Listen. Yeah.